Welcome back to the show, everybody. It's your boy, producer Terry, here with the boys back again. We got, no more ad libs. We ain't doing that no more. St. Patrick's Day, concert, Boy Maj released an album. It's been a packed week.
Baby, you can waste my time, my God. We can go there if you want it.
Welcome to the Premium Vibes episode of Unrelated Podcast. The boy, young boy Maj, came out with an album on Friday, and we had a goddamn party celebrating it.
We did, yeah.
We were all part of it. Do you want to just recap it a little bit for the people at home?
Yeah. We were working on it for a while, been in rehearsals. I wanted to make sure that for a big moment to bring the music and bring the vibes, bring the energy for like a real like IRL event and invite everyone that we know. And it went off spectacularly. I think the music side was very, very fun. Just being in rehearsals. I love being, just singing with you guys is great.
Yeah.
But yeah, you guys plus Dan and some of the folks that have been on the show. Yeah, we put on a hell of a show, but pretty long set too. I feel like we played for like 45 minutes.
We did.
Yeah. And then had a great opening act, Mel Sinise, also from Chicago, also from Paul, also managed by Terry. Fantastic. And it's great to kind of celebrate that kind of moment and celebrate the work, because I'm usually not the greatest at bringing attention to myself in those situations.
Yeah.
So it kind of forced me over the line of like, no, this is the first album, big party, like doing the show, like inviting literally all the people from different stages of life to kind of celebrate and hang. And it could not have gone off better. It was wonderful. And the feedback to this day is great. And but I'll be hearing a lot about this album for the next few months for sure.
Yeah. Dude, it was poppin'. And like you said too, it was weird since like when we've all been friends for so long, it's like there's been cycles of different people that are like in and out, and to see like every single one of them like all intertwined in one place, like conversing with each other, was almost weird to me. I'm like, why is he talking to him?
Yeah.
Like, he shouldn't be talking to him.
Yeah.
Right now.
And then you realize people know each other just from being in the city or being in the industry or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Or like they went to high school, but we went to college with that, like stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I find it really weird because in my mind, these people have never talked to anybody.
Well, yeah, because we're the only connection. There's no way they can know each other elsewhere. Like when they're not with us, they're at home, right? Like that's how that works. You're like, oh yeah. Like,
wait, these people have
lives.
other friends?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Our barber came. Shout out Caesar.
Yeah, shout out Caesar. He was so happy. He was very proud of us. I think that was awesome.
I know.
Yeah, he was having a great time.
Yeah, man. I think it's for me, it's always a good testament to like a good party when people like, you remember the conversations you had and you remember like people's reactions and like, the actual like human element of it.
Yeah.
Instead of people just being on their phones. And I feel like if people were on their phones, they were recording like the set, but most of like the hall was loud. People were just chatting. And that's exactly what I wanted, was like to highlight the community and just build upon that. And if we know people that can benefit someone else in the room, like just put them all together and just things happen organically. And I think that's the best way to kind of go about, building like a fan base, quote unquote, really just starts with your community. So it's like, these are like the closest 200 people I could get. And if they all, show this to like 5 other people over the year, then that community just grows and grows, and hopefully it's successful. But I think that was the goal this year, is to really double down on community building here in Chicago. Because I think I'd love to be like a bigger fish in a small pond.
You want your pond to be smaller?
Well, I mean, no, not small.
Do that.
But like,
you should be like the biggest R&B artist in Kenosha. We can make that happen.
I would listen, if I could be like the big pop R&B artist of Chicago, that's great. Because like the music scene here is like not that many people, so
should be bigger.
I'm happy to bring that culture to life, man.
We were pushing.
I'm not going nowhere.
We were pushing that 200 cap, pushing it. There was a lot of people in there, bro.
And there are some people that like could even make it. Like there are some people I did not see that I expected to see, and that was like maybe 10 people. And I was like, I don't know, 10 more people will be comfortable in here.
Yeah.
It was lit time.
Yeah, Stas, the owners from shout out the owners from Lincoln Park Room, Stas and Francisco for helping us put on a great event. And yeah, shout out to the whole band. I mean, Erica, Andrew, you guys, Dan, fantastic job. I think it's great to take material that I wrote and then collaborate on the execution of it live, because I feel like a lot of my choices in that process are already done.
Yeah.
It's like now we have to make all these new choices, and you guys are so good about just finding those pockets, but also challenging each other and challenging me. And I thought it was very, very rewarding to just experience that. I think music is such a unique bond, and it's great to continue to share that with you guys.
Well, that's the thing too, especially the music that you make is a lot of it is the decision in the song structure that not necessarily is made for live performance right away. Where you're like, oh, there's backgrounds to this, or this is a layered vocal, which some of things aren't going to matter if you're singing it live versus when you're doing it in the studio.
In studio.
Or there were conscious choices that we made that don't exist in the recording, and vice versa. There's some things we couldn't do. We could try to do this, but it's just not gonna work, But dude, and I think it had some real gospel R&B elements to some of the harmonies going on in there. I'm like, whoa, dude.
Dude,
some
especially
of the
getting Andrew and
after,
Erica in there, you're like, oh, we have way more range now.
Yeah.
Just I think the blend is so fun because Erica has that high belt, that opera, true. Is she a soprano?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
She's technically an alto, but no, she's not.
Right, she can hit soprano notes.
We talk about this all the time.
Yeah.
But just even supporting it up there, because when I'm hitting notes that are in that region, it's all falsetto, right? So it's just by default lighter and breathier and airier, and so it just doesn't sound the same. So in the recording, it's going to have this one flavor for all the sax, but then live, it's much more, I think, human or more gospel-y. Yeah. As you said, because then we have Andrew at the bottom too, just cementing everything together. It's
real nice resonance on the bottom there. And you just got me and you just smacking those middle boy voices going ham.
Yeah.
My favorite was so adding the covers into the set. I mean, obviously I love my own music, proud of that. But the covers are super fun because it's a community thing, right?
Yeah.
But for yours, because I know you got a friend. Originally by Carole King, and then
covered by
James Taylor, and then covered recently by Mac Ayers. So we were, kind of in the middle of all three of those.
Taking all those influences,
Yeah, but I think what I found really rewarding with you is when I was facing you during rehearsals, I could just kind of watch your mouth and how you're singing the line, and then I can match that pattern. So I'm he's going to push it up here, and he's going to kind of drop that here. There's the break, and I think that was great because if it was written down, I think it'd probably be much harder. But it's
there's a lot of little vocal inflections, a lot of ups and downs. I added 5 runs during the show that we never did. And I was I really shouldn't have done that. But if I'm feeling it,
good. Erica did a whole dramatic end to her thing. And I'm like,
Terry let me shine on purpose totally. So everything worked out fine.
Terry just straight up turned off his keyboard.
That was
that was a moment. But everyone I talked to was like, oh, we thought that was planned.
Yeah, bro, an empty, dramatic, it was the
I was like,
highest part of the
my
whole
sounds
song.
changed. My sounds changed. Dan and I played clashing notes. We both apologized. And then we were like, then I came back in and it was fine. It was fine. I think it's really a testament to I think this is the first time I was playing for a live audience in a long time. I play piano every week, teaching, and I'm playing songs all the time. I'm practicing, but it's total different energy when there's an audience, when you're supporting a band, supporting singers, and it's oh shit. I think I was talking to you about this last night, Maj. It forced me to dive back into the artistry of playing keyboard live. It is something I've always wanted to get back into. And I found myself practicing almost every day. It's I got to get these. And then and I wanted to make it fun, and I was changing sounds in the middle of the songs. And I think Heyman was like, dang, he was looking over did you just change sounds in the middle of the song? And I was like, yeah, dude.
Come on, man.
It's just try to give different energy. And I think that's probably some of the most fun I've had in a long time. Just
that was fun. That was
the vibes
fun.
were high. Like I think
Yeah, vibes
some
were
of those
good.
like big energy songs, we were just like really tight as a band and just like rocking out.
Mhm.
Like Strawberry was crazy.
Yeah.
Strawberry was very fun.
Solo Terry on Waste My Time. Come on, dude.
Mm.
Got the hype up, dude.
Yeah, that was wild.
Oh yeah.
And then Dan's like super
know what came over me.
distortion at the end of Breakdown when Dan had like a super
Breakdown.
distortion solo. I'm like, he's going for it. He's going
Yeah.
for
That's
it.
what we need. That's what we need. We should really add
Yeah.
that to the recording.
Yeah.
Oh, so down. It's not released.
Yeah, and I think
so, yeah.
yeah, and I think it was really cool to like for us to explore putting our own touches on your music. Like I added really different like piano sounds. I added like different inflections and like different like little playing around with the open pockets to not overpower. And it's just really fun to like think creatively on how to add and not take away and also like make things sound together. But that was like some like real performance shit. Like
Yeah.
you can kind of feel kind of like the this is gonna sound a little pretentious, but you could feel kind of the star power building. Like, oh, this is what this could be like regularly.
Yeah.
Like this is like we can take this, package it, and take it on like a Midwest thing. Like there's so many, it's very tight, it makes sense. And it's good. Like it's you can tell everybody up there are real musicians. And like we all look like nerds who know what we're doing, but also it's just
I looked sick
Hey,
as
what-
fuck, dude.
I don't know what you mean, bro.
no, we all look
Dude.
like nerds, bro.
I don't know what
We
you
were all
mean,
nerds.
nerds.
Like, look at all these music kids
I know,
just
dude.
like
I was doing this
who
a
sang in
lot.
choirs for 10 years.
Yeah.
All of my parts, I'm like, la la la, la la la. Like
Yeah,
up,
yeah.
down, up, down, up.
It's tight though. I'm ready.
No, it was tight. It was tight. I think it's funny to like to do music because I feel like I don't ever when I'm recording the music, I'm not getting like very sweaty. You know what I mean? Because I'm like singing and I'm like I'm in my own house. It's like air conditioned. It's fine. I'm hydrating.
You're not doing the
but it's
full
like at my own.
song. You're not.
Yeah,
like,
I'm not
going
in a super
directly
hot
at a
room.
person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going at my own pace. But I think the energy of the live show, it's like I'm so glad I brought that second outfit because I sweat through the first one.
Yeah.
And I was like, then I sweat through the second one.
Endurance
And,
event.
The
That's an
way
advancement.
that
Yeah, it was-
my mic was oriented, because it was to the left, so I was looking at you almost the entire time.
Oh,
I
I'm
was
just staring in your eyes.
You and I
saying
were
all
just
these like
looking at
very
each other.
sensual lyrics, and I'm like, right, bro?
There was like 5 different people. It was just like you could tell you guys hang out a lot because you guys
Yeah.
were just looking at each other all the time.
Yeah, you sang to me a lot too, and I was like, okay, I gotta look at these chords, but
Yeah.
yeah, I'm with
It's
you.
like,
That's it. Well, I
sing
think
to
for me, it's like
Paolo.
I was trying to figure out where in the room to look because it was like for those of you who are not at the show, the stage area is like a 2-story room, and then it goes down to 1 story in the back half for like where the bar and the rest of the long hall is. So where I was trying to look was towards the bar area, like
Yeah.
above people's heads. But then we have some friends who are really tall.
Yeah.
And so I'm just looking at Lucas's eyes, like, and he's like 6'8".
6'8".
And
Yeah.
I'm just looking at Lucas, and he's like, and I'm like, I can't do this. So I'm like, I try to find no one, like a section where there's nobody, but I know every single person in the room.
Well, that's
So I think
dude,
that's why I was like, I might as well just look at Vince and
Yeah, look at the
Terry.
band. Look at the band.
that was the thing too. Is just like we had personal connection with 90%
Everyone in the run.
So like
Yeah,
everybody
yeah.
was like, if you're looking in their direction, they're like, oh hey, like what's up?
Yeah.
It's me."
Yeah,
Like, I
you're
know,
like, dude,
I'm focusing
Yeah.
on something right now. Like I'm
Yeah,
working on something.
that's
right
real.
now.
Cody kept going like this and like going like this. I'm like, I can't watch that because I'll laugh. It was so funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we ended it with Strawberry, but we did the 3 duo songs. Terry hopped on the Waste My Time. You know, the one that you just listened to like 15 minutes ago, maybe on this
There it is.
actual podcast.
That's right.
Just hype, man. And then we get done, and then we go to one of the biggest Chicago holidays of the year.
I would think it is the biggest holiday.
Probably, right?
I think specific to our city.
Citywide, right?
Like,
that's
we
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
we go so hard for
I
that.
think St. Patrick's Day in Chicago is like the gateway to like, oh, we're almost at like summertime shot.
Summertime,
It's still far away,
Yeah.
but it like
No, you get
unlocks
a
this
little-
like it unlocks this like, whoa, we can go outside, we can party, we can
Mhm.
drink all day. It's like it's kind of like It's time to.
It's like you're allowed to
and we
walk
take it-
outside now. Yeah.
Yeah. We take it really seriously here.
And the weather was
also-
so good too.
That's what I was gonna say. I think like
Insane.
Your show day was like 75, 73 or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then St. Patrick's. Well, today technically our recording is St. Patrick's Day, but the Saturday for Chicago was like 65, like all day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was gorgeous
Warm.
the entire day. It was
It
perfect.
was fantastic.
So we got back at like what 2 a.m. We got finished with what we were doing, and then I threw a
Yeah.
soiree at 9 in the morning the next day.
I don't know how you do it, bro. I don't know.
It was
Talk about
good.
endurance events.
Yeah, it was good,
That
man, but it's-
crazy.
I'm really starting to feel that I'm not 23 anymore.
Dude, I know. There's that. It's not the next day. It's the day after that other day when my
Sunday.
body's just like, I'm not sad.
No, it's
I just
right
don't-
now. It's currently right now
Yeah.
for me.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I've had a
That was
few
all
days
day
of it.
yesterday. I was like, I can't do anything yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to my parents' house. My mom's like, "You want a Guinness?" And I'm like, yeah. Like, unfortunately. I thought it was gonna help. It didn't. It was just a whole thing.
Yeah, and then it snowed the next day, which is
It was-
crazy.
Dude,
Downpouring snow.
Like,
crazy.
I understand why people that aren't from the area don't want to move here, and because it is crazy.
It's bipolar. It's bipolar.
We're
as
just
hell.
used to it. You're like, oh, I came in Friday, it was almost 80 degrees, and then at the end of the night, it was like a tsunami raining
Mhm.
for like the entire night. So like everything just gets washed away. Then the next day, it's kind of beautiful, and everyone's like, and then you go around town, and everyone's just wasted.
Yep.
And there's people getting in fights in alleys, and it's fantastic.
There
and then
is
the next day, it's like snowing.
Yeah, it's like, okay, you go back to reality now. Like there is a sense
Yeah.
of like camaraderie. At least I noticed when I was like walking around a little bit after I had my first half of the day, and I was like,
Mm.
man, like I'm pretty tuned up right now, and I'm just looking around and everybody else is too. There isn't
Yeah,
a person that's around that isn't that way. Enough to the point where
Collective.
like our friends that don't even really drink that much, it was like, well, today I have to. Like it became that. Like we literally
Yeah.
became that.
Yeah.
Is it like this else? I mean, obviously in Ireland, I'm sure it's crazy, but and I know in New York they take it pretty seriously.
They
but
do it
I
in New
just-
York. They
yeah.
do it in Boston. I don't know firsthand, but I have heard people say like, "Hey, I've done the Boston thing. I've done the Chicago thing. I've done New York." Supposedly, Chicago
Chicago's
does
the
bigger
best.
than everybody. Yeah,
It's the best.
and like
Yeah.
the river dyeing parade thing, and then you get like the South
Yeah.
Side. You get the South Side Fest, which is also crazy. Like, yeah, Terry knows more
That's
than
what I grew-
both of us.
Did you
That's what I grew up
see it
with.
this year?
I saw some of it. I mean, it was also snowing, but like it was still packed.
Yeah.
my
Yeah,
parents
because
live
that's
like,
on Sunday, right? Yeah.
yeah, my parents lived down the street from the parade, and like it was still kind of insane. I didn't go to it this year, but yeah, I mean that's what I grew up. Southside Irish Parade, like in the neighborhood, everybody's wasted. Like you bounce from house to house and like eat and drink and like go to the parade, and all the Irish bars are down the street. It's just like Chicago does it really well.
Yeah,
And we have one of the largest Irish populations in the country, so it makes sense.
We do. I like it. Listen, I like it
what's
better
up,
than
guys?
4th of July.
Sláinte.
Better than 4th of July.
You kept saying that. What does that mean?
That's cheers in Gaelic.
The first time you said it, I thought you said cilantro, and I'm like, that's.
I'm sure
Okay.
you did. You uncultured
I'm like, he's
swine.
saying
Sure you
cilantro
did.
and Papa cilantro.
What's
all day.
up, Papa? It's not going
Daddy
away.
Herbs. Daddy
I'm
Herb
saying
over
that
here.
so much. No, it's like-
Sláinte. Sláinte?
Yeah. SLAINTE with the little like apostrophe thing above the E.
Sláinte. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Cool.
Tilden.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never heard of it until this year.
It's like any other language, like saying cheers, essentially.
Ching, ching, ching.
Love
But
Pause,
yeah.
what? You call me what, Terry?
Yeah. Wait. So what did you say that? What did you say that Michael's was again? What did you say? Which one's Maj's
Wow.
one? What was it again?
Actually, that's Italian.
Oh.
I don't think so.
I think so.
I think it's
I was,
salud, if you will, but whatever. Ching ching's crazy.
No,
It
not,
is.
not ching chin. No, chin chin.
I heard
Bro,
ching
chill,
ching.
bro.
I heard ching ching.
Yo,
dude.
Chin Chin's I have a cousin named Chin Chin. Like, what do you mean?
Guys.
You talking about
All right, we're moving on.
my cousin Kevin?
Unrelated. Unrelated.
Chinese New Year. It's like, what are we doing?
This cannot end well. This kiss is not going to end well in any direction. So we're going to move on. Jesus Christ.
We have fun here at the Unrelated Podcast.
Happy St. Patrick's Day, everybody.
I mean,
Eat your corned beef. Eat your cabbage.
I did that on
I didn't have any this year. I did
that on Sunday. I have some in my fridge. I can bring you some. I also got Irish soda bread in my fridge.
Is that on Sunday too, bro?
Let's go.
Because we're Irish.
My mom goes crazy on the St. Patrick's Day feast. It's like, I think it might be, I definitely believe it's an underrated holiday in whole. Like, obviously people love it here because of like the party aspect of it, but the entire thing. And like expectation isn't like, we've talked about this before with like Christmas and stuff. Like, I like Christmas on the day, but like gearing up to it and getting gifts and like trying to make sure you got everybody and all that stuff, I like kind of hate that. It's an unnecessary stressor. Where like holidays such as this or like 4th of July, you just go and you celebrate with people, and like the expectation isn't like you have to do this for this person and do this and do that. Like, not like a birthday where it's just you're coming here, we're gonna eat and we're gonna drink and we're gonna be merry. Like, that's what I want.
That's exactly it.
All of the time.
Yeah, I love that.
So,
I love that. Is it your favorite holiday?
It might be. I was thinking about that yesterday.
Might be.
Because you get different aspects. Like, I have the familial connection, obviously. So I'm going to see my whole family. We're going to do a whole feast. Like, I get to do that. And then also you get like the friends thing where you get that from like the 4th of July. So it's essentially like Thanksgiving meets 4th of July, and it's before summer starts. So it's like kind of the kickoff where you haven't had that in a while. So it kind of checks all the boxes for you.
Oh, man.
Okay.
That's great.
Only
For a
thing
long time, I
sucked was
thought mine was Thanksgiving. And then I'm like, why? I think I like it because it's nearest to my birthday.
Yeah.
And so in my mind, I'm like, oh, that's my family acknowledging my birthday. And then they usually say happy birthday at the very, very end as I'm leaving. And I'm like, got it, you remembered me. Cool. Thanks.
Oh, gosh.
What?
Listen, I'm a middle
Is
child.
this-
It's cool, I get it.
Is this the nearest? This is the nearest holiday to your birthday for sure, right, Terry?
Yes.
Yeah. There wouldn't be
Valentine's
like another.
Day.
As
Or Valentine's Day. I hate Valentine's Day.
Stupid.
Why?
I don't like it.
I don't. Well, Kayla and I really
think
don't
it's-
celebrate it.
I think it's
That's-
dumb.
Every relationship I know that's like longer than 2 years is like, yeah, we don't really do Valentine's Day. We kind of just do it.
Yeah, like I
another
get
day.
flowers and like
Yeah.
that's fine. And like a little treat, but I'm not like going out of my way to do something extravagant. Like, that's insane.
Yeah. Valentine's Day, it just reminds me of like boomers that forget about their significant
anniversary
others.
or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, just like boomer dads that are like, they hate their job and they hate their family and they like always complain about their wife. And then that's the
Yeah.
one day that they just pretend everything's okay. Like,
They're like,
that's
"All
what
right."
I get from Valentine's Day.
You like
Not from,
turtle
like, a personal
chocolates.
experience.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, why
Yes,
are you
I
waiting
do.
till like such a weird day of the year to just be super like love bomby?
It's February
With this-
14th. Let's act like we love each other again.
Yeah,
I'm like, dude, like,
I'm good on all
Kayla and
that.
I are like, we love bomb all the time. So I
Yeah.
think it'd be a little bit egregious to do it on, the 14th too. So also it's Kayla's best friend's birthday then, so we usually celebrate that.
It's better. That's just the day I get to cleanse off of Instagram. Because every time I open it, I'm like, ugh. I close it again. I was like, you guys are happily in love. Gross, dude.
There's nothing worse than a couple taking a selfie while kissing.
Yeah, for sure.
I think that's the worst kind of photo. And I'm guilty. We've definitely taken those. But it's
Yeah.
like, no one looks good in that position because it's like,
No, it's weird.
and also it's an awkward, like,
Hold on, that wasn't
I don't
good. Let's do
know.
it again.
No,
what's
pretend-
up,
no,
dude?
kiss-
Do it again.
kiss better.
Yeah. Yeah. For being like a singer and a performer of types and like a podcast host and all of those things, I hate performative things. I hate shit like that. It drives me so
I think we
nuts.
are the ones that hate it.
But it's
Yeah.
because like
Yeah.
because you think about like what you have to do to get to that point. It's the same idea as like, all right, like get ready with me to go do something, and then someone sets their phone up and then walks down the street, and then it cuts, and you're like, they had to go back and pick up their phone and then go somewhere. Like, I hate that stuff. Where
Yeah.
it's just like, oh,
Yeah.
they took a picture while they
That's
were
true
kissing.
vlogging.
I bet. Yeah, 100%, which I could not do. But
Yeah.
then same idea. It's like they probably took like 80 pictures before they got the kiss picture. And they might have argued about what it looked like. And then they posted and be like, love you, sweetheart. You're like, what the fuck? Like, no
I
way.
hate that. I
There's no
absolutely
way.
hate that.
Yeah, I don't
And I
like
see
that
it all
either.
the time now. I feel like
Drives me
the
crazy.
influencer thing didn't move to Chicago until like COVID, maybe, when it's
Yeah.
like really
Mhm.
noticeable.
It's a
But now
thing
every time I'm like Wicker Park or downtown, like there's so many people with tripods that are taking a very specific photo, and like they have like real gear, and it's just girls going to like lunch.
Come
And,
with
like,
me to the #1 rated Indian food place in Chicago. I
Yes.
got the butter chicken. And you're like, shut up.
Yeah,
dude.
I'm like,
Please
oh
leave your-
wow, big surprise.
Yeah, you're right.
Like, why is Samantha from Naperville telling me about Indian food, bro? I do not
Right,
know
right.
that from you, dude.
I feel like
Yeah,
Samantha
I
might
had-
know about it though. She might know. She might know.
Don't
yeah,
know.
I had this idea that I want to start similar to my French fry review thing,
Yeah,
but like, which I still want to do,
Right.
like kind of as a joke, but also kind of take it seriously.
I want
You
that.
But I
should do
wanna
it.
do that-
It's only been 3 years.
Yeah.
There's
But I want to
time.
do this thing where like,
Yeah, we've had
I
enough
only-
planning time.
Yeah,
only
you've had plenty of time
and
to
then
plan
else
it.
to do.
Yeah,
Where I only review desserts,
I like that.
and then like
the Sahara?
The joke, yes, only
The Sahara.
desert.
Yeah.
Yes.
Shut up, Vince.
But the joke is like, yo, guys, I'm not a food influencer, but this slaps.
I like that.
Okay.
They like, and like that's how I start every video, and then like I try different things, even it could be even at home.
Yeah.
But I'm like, guys, I'm not a food influencer, but you should go buy these.
But you should go do that.
Right.
And then you
but I
scroll
want you
on
to
your
be
page
influenced
and-
by my yeah.
Every video is like, I'm not a food influencer. I'm like, dude, I'm pretty sure you have 100 videos on your Instagram right now about that. You
Right,
might be a
I
food
think-
influencer.
I think it's kind of a funny joke, but
I do too. I think
I
you
like
should
that.
explore
I wanted to do like food reviews for, or like brand. They look like sponsored brand deals,
Yeah.
but it's for something that like, why would they ever sponsor an influencer to do this? It'd be like for like Jolly Green Giant, like green beans,
Oh yeah.
or like Dole canned pineapple review,
Oh
like
yeah.
stuff
You
like that. But it's like it shows
hashtag
up as ad. Yeah,
yeah,
hashtag ad.
And it's just
I
like,
think
oh, let's
it's-
see how many green beans I can fit in my sink. And you're like, why?
Yeah.
This
Yeah,
is
like,
And
why
it's
does-
just it's stuff that everyone has had. Just like
Yeah.
Right.
you have to go
Normal
to kitchen
things.
staple stuff. Yeah. I can
Like, let's see
it.
if I'm
I feel like this
faster
is
than my Roomba. And then you just keep tagging Roomba and then hashtagging it ad. It's like, what?
Yeah.
Roombas aren't known for being fast. They're known for being
Mhm.
efficient.
I think what I could do is like there's just it's so not polluted. It's
Saturated?
there's just a lot of saturated. There we go. It's very
Yeah.
saturated. It's like the house like DIY stuff. So I
yeah.
feel like there's always another project. Like just there's always something, and you can capture very many all
I
these
think
different
you might have
elements
a
of the same
lane,
project.
though. Because it's always the same
But it's-
guy. And they don't look like you.
That's true. I don't know any of the
It's
agree.
always just a tall, skinny white guy who is like a father of two and it's just like likes to
Uh-huh.
take care of things with their family.
yeah.
yeah.
You might
I
have
thought I
Uncle
found
John.
one dude that was like younger and then I looked on his page and he also had 2 babies
Yeah.
and they got
Yeah.
like 21 and I was like, oh, they're all the same guy, just at different stages of time.
You could do like urban DIY. It's like because everybody's out there is doing that like in the country and shit.
Yeah,
That's
you
true.
could be like,
Yeah,
you should
it's
do a
always like suburban.
DIY.
Yeah,
In the city. Yeah.
yeah.
that's fair. It's like actually I
It's a good angle.
only have an hour to do this during the day until my neighbor
Yeah.
starts, because they're sun tanning on their roof.
90% of the video is you just getting permits. You're like, I'm at the office again because I want to build a
Or
fence.
like pulling out all the tools and all the gear to get started, and like, I'll do this later.
Yeah.
Got a
Yeah.
meeting.
It's like,
I
oh,
was,
shit,
we were
someone-
trying to film when we
someone
were
stole my shit.
getting all the lumber and putting it on top of the Mini Cooper because the lumber was longer than the car, and it's just like it just looks ridiculous. And one time we had a wheelbarrow. We rented a wheelbarrow from the Home Depot, and it fit on top of the Mini Cooper. And I'm sure that looked absolutely hilarious driving.
That
down the
had
street.
to. That had to. It's like, what is a barrow?
A barrow.
Yeah.
That must be the
Like-
bucket.
Right. Like, I don't know. I don't think I've ever used that. What do they call that? The second half of a word? Because like obviously wheel makes sense, but like a barrow is technically a two-wheeled
Oh.
hand cart.
Mhm.
They're saying
it's-
a barrow can refer to several things. like a mound of earth or stones over a burial. Burial?
Oh, so maybe
I
they
don't know,
used
so
it
that's
to
that.
maybe they used it to grab all of like the stuff to put over a casket. That's why it's called that.
Oh, that's fair.
The more you know.
Mike, super short show.
My super
apparently,
short
there's an-
show. Holy shit. What a flashback, Terry.
That's
I haven't heard that in a
crazy.
long time, dude. That was quality television. You ever watch that, Maj, or are you too old?
I know. No, I've never watched that. I was too old, but I do know the. I
Yeah.
know the jingle. That's Disney,
Solid.
Nickelodeon.
Disney, yeah. Yeah, it was
Disney.
like it was on like prime time for a good bit of time, I feel like. It would just
shit.
come on. I
You know,
love that.
what song I know a lot, just because of you and Andrew, is the Zoe 101 theme song.
Yeah.
We get the better weather.
You know that I'm standing here.
Wait, is that Zoe? Which one was I singing?
You were singing Zoe 101.
Oh, that was Hannah Montana. Terry was singing.
Yeah,
What was
Terry
the-
Hannah.
What was
Hannah
the?
Montana.
Oh no, I just missed it.
Oh man, hold on.
I just
Zoe
had the
says,
Zoe 101.
ooh,
Oh yeah, hot
now
as
you
no,
see me
that
standing
no, you
here.
see me standing here. Do I look
That's it.
good, my dear? Do
Yeah.
I look good today? Yeah.
Yeah.
And now our man in that is a multinational R&B icon. So
Who?
no, he's in Victorious. I was thinking of Kyle.
Oh, you're talking
Massey's
about
brother.
Leon.
Kyle Massey.
Yeah, well, his brother, right? Because Kyle Massey went off the deep end, if I'm not mistaken.
No, you're talking about Orlando Brown.
No, I thought Kyle Massey was up to some trifling stuff too.
Orlando
but
Brown is also.
I am
that's
in the
no Raven, though.
business. I am in the business of spreading information that I just think I know, but I don't really know if it's right or not.
Hey.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't
Oh,
say
Victoria
what.
Justice was also on Zoe 101.
She was. That's where the
Yeah.
connection was in my head.
Yeah, that's where she started.
Oh.
I
I
love
can't believe she
Orlando
kept
Brown.
following us around at Lollapalooza. That was like,
Yeah, she
like,
wouldn't
dude,
leave
like,
me
just, like-
alone, dude.
it was very like Zacharific. I'm like, I mean, listen, if you want a picture, just ask. Like at this point,
Yeah.
it's getting a little bit.
Like, what
like,
are we
I feel
doing?
like you want me to ask? That's insane.
Like, I know
should ask
you.
me. Just
I know
be
you
normal.
recognize me from our very regionalized podcast that we have. You can take a picture with me if you want. I get.
She's
it.
like, oh my god, you guys think that's a taxi squad guy? And like, who are his friends? I don't know.
I was thinking about that too. So I have another podcast, and my friend Mike moved to Arizona like 4 years ago, right? He comes out for like various times throughout the year to do work and stuff like that. So he'll be in Chicago at times, but like he got to Chicago, and the Chicago weather on Saturday was essentially Arizona weather the entire winter. And then I talked to him the next day, and he's like, "This sucks," because it started snowing. He's like, he doesn't have to worry about that. And it was like so wonderful outside the day before, and he just got smacked with the snow. I'm like, you can't. You gotta be gone quickly.
Gotta go.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah. I mean, it's hard putting away your winter clothes as well, because you never know. You might have like a couple weird days where it's like incredibly cold.
Well, his
If
blood
you're not
is
prepared, like-
thin too, man. He's cold so easily now. He's like an old lady. It's hilarious. I love it.
Yeah,
I'm used to it now.
I relate to that. I'm always cold.
I do have a concept for a question today if we want to get into that.
Oh,
Yeah,
ask
hit
me the
it.
question, bro.
Since we were talking about holidays, and I have two actually because it can apply to both of these. So if this is a short one, then we could do both of them. But
Okay.
Okay.
if you could get rid of one holiday, what would it be? And after that, if you could insert another holiday in some part of the calendar year, like a considerable one, where would you put it?
Ooh, I got an answer.
Okay.
I think we get rid of Labor Day
Okay.
because I don't think anyone really does anything.
Yeah, it's
it's
just
like an
like-
extended weekend. Like if it's a long weekend, and the point is to like, I don't even know what it means. And we've Labor Day. We all know when it is, but like
It's kind of
what
like
is-
if people have boats,
what is it?
you'll go out on the boat one last time for the year.
what is it supposed to? What are we supposed to do though? Like what is the genesis of Labor Day?
Not work.
Yeah.
It was for
Yeah,
the labor movement.
the labor movement.
Yeah.
Okay, so like the fact that listen, don't clearly, like I know what
Yeah, we
Arbor Day
can-
is about. Pretty obvious.
Trees, but no one celebrates Arbor Day either.
Don't need to celebrate it.
That's like being like, I didn't even celebrate President's Day this year. I'm like, what do you do? Just like shout out George, shout out George Washington. Like, all right, good job.
We can get rid of that. We don't need it.
I agree.
No, we can get rid of that too. I think, okay, so I think if we get rid of Labor Day, then we move Martin Luther King Day to that day because it's at the beginning of the school year. So you get all like the history right up front. Like it's an educational opportunity. Is MLK Day his birthday? Because that
January
might
15th. Yeah.
Damn, it's his birthday. Damn, it's a good day.
But
I'm just
isn't
saying,
it always on a
at least in our
Monday?
climate,
So...
We flex it.
Right. So it's the nearest Monday to his birthday. I see.
Yeah.
I just think if the birthday was not the thing, it makes sense at the top of the school year because it's like education opportunity. If we're going to take a day off and it's a federal holiday, I think that's people are already doing it. I think that'd be cool. What about you guys?
Okay. On education at the moment, I'd probably get rid of Columbus Day.
Isn't it already gone?
That's anti-Italian discrimination.
I didn't even know he was Italian. I thought he was Spanish
Columbus?
this whole time.
No.
He's a really problematic man.
He very bad guy. It's just that was literally a Sopranos quote. I just want to make it clear that's a Sopranos quote. Yeah.
But like people like this year, I've seen like current New Yorkers talking about like, and maybe they're just referring, that's the base material. But like, I never knew growing up that he was Italian.
Oh,
so I was
dude.
like, I never acknowledged it as an Italian holiday.
They were trying to get rid of it in like the late 90s, and they still are. Like, and it is Indigenous People Day at the end of the day here. But yeah, it was like a whole Sopranos thing because it was just like everybody hates Columbus Day. It's like Columbus was an Italian. It's anti-Italian discrimination. Like, what are you doing? But he wanted to go on the boat for Italy, and they said, we're not paying for you to just go out into the abyss. And then Spain's like, we will. So he took Spanish ships, but he's Italian.
Yeah.
That's it. Okay, so that's where
also
I messed up.
bad guy.
Yeah.
Big bad dude.
We are anti
I feel like
on this pod.
Were there any good men back then? I doubt it. Maybe a few.
I don't know. It's like John's like great grandpa or something like that, or great grandpa.
Just John?
John Goodman.
John.
Oh, John Goodman. Got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
I don't think
Big Monster.
Listen, there's probably a couple good bands out there.
I like what he did in Monsters Inc. I thought he was a very good performance in Monsters Inc.
Oh man,
guys, I got jokes. He is a good man. At the end of the day.
Yeah, he's a good man.
It is.
So as far as like the calendar is concerned with holidays, like we are so full of him at the end of the year, obviously. Thanksgiving, Christmas are too close. That's always been an issue for me. Like Thanksgiving should be like maybe like in October. Because like Thanksgiving is completely family oriented.
What about Halloween?
Well, that was my thought. But like Halloween, like in your 20s isn't really a family holiday.
Sure.
Earlier in your life it is when it's like trick or treating and stuff like that.
Sure.
Yeah. What do we get in like August? We get Labor Day in September, but that doesn't like we just talked about. Like 4th of July, D-Day's in June. Shout out D-Day. That's my birthday. St. Patrick's Day's in March. Like we got nothing in January. February, you got Valentine's Day. We hate that. We're a collective here on this podcast, so we hate Valentine's Day. Maybe we take like something and put it into like late February.
Can we put New Year's in August?
Why don't we just start celebrating Chinese New Year's? Isn't it like a week long or whatever?
I'd be celebrating.
Yeah, but like, are we not allowed?
Shout out Chin Chin, you know what I mean?
Are we not allowed, dude? Yeah.
No, everyone's allowed to. Listen.
Everybody says cheers by saying ching ching. Like there he said it.
That's not what I said. Oh God.
Oh no, dude.
I know only one person who's anti-Chinese in this group.
That is crazy.
Wow.
Man. You guys are saying some crazy shit, man. I don't even know.
It's all right. It's only half of me, Terry. It's only half of me.
Yeah, that's true. The other half's not offended.
Yeah, the other half, I'm cool. I'm chilling, bro.
Right.
They also, Koreans also don't like Chinese people. So
let's make Juneteenth longer then.
Yeah,
Juneteenth should be a full week. I feel like, especially with all the cultural events that happen in Chicago.
Yeah.
I feel like, so we went to a Juneteenth like concert at City Winery, and it was like not on the actual day.
Yeah.
And I looked up their other stuff around town. There's so many like amazing concerts and
Yeah.
like a parade and like all this cool stuff. Like they need more time.
Yeah, I agree. with that.
Do you think too? Because like I feel like Black History Month, right in February. I feel like you get more in like the week of Juneteenth than you do in like that Black History Month. As far as celebrations concerned, like,
Mhm.
why don't you just make June Black History Month and then just box it all together? And
Do you
make it,
think
like,
that
a
you
fun
think they would
month?
trade with the gays? Do you think the gays would take February?
Listen, man, I don't know how I got put in the gay month, but it's okay. I'm fine with it. But like, they don't, give them July.
Well, the way that Aaron, my younger brother, who's gay, says it is like June is Pride Month 1, and each month is Pride Month. So maybe we just do the same thing.
I'm sure he
for
does
Black
say
History
that.
Month.
I'm sure he
For
does
February.
say that.
Because he'll wish me happy Pride in like October, and I'm
Yeah.
like, happy Pride. But maybe we do the same thing for Black History Month, where February is Black History Month 1, and then each month we continue that cycle.
Yeah, but then if it's not a specialized month and it's every month, then does it dilute how important it is?
We'll see. We'll see what happens. I don't know.
Fair enough. Hey, I'm not against trying.
Listen,
I say we
you
try.
know who's going to get down on this is corporations. Like Old Navy's going to do like Black
can't
History
sell
Month
that.
3, like
Yeah, we
come
can get the
and
merch,
your, like,
bro.
American
True.
flag tank tops for $5, flip flops $1.
Target's not
Yeah.
going to want to know what to do with their little display.
Yeah. Because we know they're 100% for it all the time anyway, so we're good.
Yeah.
When March 1st hits and the Instagram servers go down for every corporation changing their profile picture, it's real damning after that, dude. It's
Yeah,
like Pride flag for June, and then July 1st happens, and suddenly it's pro America all day, baby.
Right.
I love it.
That was a good
What a
question.
vibe. Yeah, I like that question.
Can we do like a aside too, because we were talking about Disney Channel, but can we just go by best DComs real quick? Because Luck of the Irish is one, and Luck of the Irish was on the air this weekend.
Yeah,
Yes.
one of my favorites.
Oh,
I love
Luck of
when
the Irish
there's
was-
the car chase at the end, and he's chasing like the RV,
Yeah,
and then he throws like a giant pot of corned beef and cabbage
yeah.
out the window of the other car. Those are one of my favorite moments.
I mean, it does make complete fun of Irish people, but if there's one thing that Irish people don't get, it's offended about anything. So they kind of enjoy it more.
There you go.
There's like, this
Yeah.
shit rocks, dude. Like more like mystic leprechauns and corned beef and cabbage and rainbows and shit. Why not,
Yes.
dude?
I love that it's so decom at the end where like it all comes down to a 1v1 basketball game.
Yeah.
When would that ever happen?
Notoriously tall country, Ireland as well. Big time basketball
yeah.
recruits come out
So
of there.
tall.
Yeah.
Yeah. How many Irish basketball players do you know?
Irish basketball players?
I think I got Pat Connaughton. That's all I have. He plays for the Bucks.
Yeah.
That's
They'd
it.
have to have a really obvious name and also be in like commercials for me to know them. I don't know any.
Yeah, right. That's all I'm saying. A lot of basketball players don't come on Ireland.
Jimmy
That's all I'm
Butler?
saying. Don't think he's Irish.
Okay.
What's
all I know.
what is the Irish population in Houston? Do we know?
In Texas?
Probably not like, yeah, probably not a lot. Or Tomball,
Gotta
I
be
think that's
low.
where he's from. Yeah.
Yeah.
I will always fight for Brink. I love Brink.
Yeah, you love Brink.
I think
My
the
favorite is
popular-
probably Johnny Tsunami.
Okay.
'Cause I feel like
Pop.
it's
Are these? Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh no. I think because for me it's really two movies in one. It's the story of like this kid trying to find his identity in like his new country or like his new culture and all that sort of stuff and rejecting a lot of that. And I think there's a lot of like immigrant themes in there that I identify with. But then there's also like just the skiing portion and the snowboarding
Yeah.
portion and
Yeah.
just ski douchebags, which I love. And I think it's such a funny thing to do. I don't know. That was always a
In a
favorite. growing up.
tsunami movie.
Yeah. Or honestly, it's High School Musical.
What about Double Teamed?
I didn't like the name.
Yeah,
So-
100%.
I was like, because I was a little bit older when that came out. I was like, no.
Double
that's not-
Team
nope.
has the worst ending of any DCOM movie ever.
Is it tennis?
No, it's two
is that
sisters on a
about?
basketball team.
Yeah.
Twins?
Yeah, are either twins or yeah, I think they're twins because they look the same. And one of them gets injured, and it's like really tragic. And at the end of the game, it's like there's like 5 seconds left on the clock, and she passes it to her sister, and she grabs the ball and does this, like probably 40 times. Probably 40 times. And then her sister's yelling at her. And then the coach is like, shoot the ball. And this is like,
Yeah, I remember this.
This is 3 minutes of a movie. And there are still 5 seconds left on the clock. They turn back to the clock. And now there's 3 seconds. So the 3 minutes in the movie was 2 seconds long. And then she shoots it and scores and wins. And it's the most like completely inaccurate thing, which Disney Channel's good at. But that was like truly unbelievable how bad that was.
Yeah.
I just did a quick Google, and they're supposed to be 14-year-olds, and
They
the
look
one
like they're
girl
25.
the one girl was 28,
Yeah,
and her twin, who is not related to her, was 20 years old.
but they look the same. That's crazy.
I mean, yeah. For a very specific themed movie, it's like, I want to know, like, when they write these things, right? Like, are they writing the concept first and then trying to find cast? Or is there like a real life story or like real actors that they can base it off of? Because it's such a specific prompt of 14-year-old twin sisters playing basketball. You would think that they had a pair in mind.
Right.
You're like, oh no, it's these sisters. And like they can do all the stuff. And they're like, no, actually, let's find someone who's 14, 14 years
Crazy.
older.
What about Allie and AJ? Throw them in the ring.
Ooh, what was Cowbells? Was that their movie?
Cowbells.
Most certainly was.
Mine is
Ford Mustang. I thought that was sick.
Yeah. Mine is Smart House.
Yeah.
You know the choreography? That's the same guy from Look at the Irish.
Yeah, same guy.
What, the actor? The kid?
The actor, yeah. It's the main kid. He was all over the Disney stuff.
And then what was
love that movie.
What was the one
Ryan Merriman.
with the daughter from Seventh Heaven and the racetrack, the drag racing?
What, Ruby?
Was
it
Drag Race?
Ruby?
What's that movie? Remember?
I don't know this one.
She gets
it was Ruby. Right on Track.
Ruby Right on Track.
Right on Track is the name of it. It got a 6.1 on IMDb. That's unbelievable.
73% on Rotten Tomatoes.
I also remember
that movie.
Color of Friendship was a big one too for
Color
me.
of Friendship was like iconic for its time.
Yeah.
Color of Friendship is
First
fantastic.
time.
It was during apartheid.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
about
exactly. I completely forgot that, to be honest.
It was a very politically forward film for Disney. I thought that was they did a really good job with that, actually.
That was huge.
It's probably one of their
Oh, that's a good movie too. I gotta watch that one.
It wasn't even like woke though. It was like, don't be like a complete piece of shit. And then you're like, oh, that's happening. It taught a bunch of kids about apartheid that were like probably 6, and they were like, holy shit. Like when I learned about it, I was like, oh my God, it's happening like right now. Like what's going on?
Yeah. I feel like it was like, at least in my school, it was really light. Like you learned, it was a very serious tone, but they didn't go into specifics about like the violence and all that. And it was more about like, oh, segregation. That's all I remember. And like the bathrooms and like I was like, for me, I was like, well, what's the whole point about like the water fountain? I'm like, I'll drink whatever water fountain, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And like I didn't understand because they didn't tell me how serious it was.
They didn't teach you what it meant.
Yeah. So that's very brave of Disney to get in there like that. That's great.
Yeah.
All
the Xenons.
I was gonna say, it's a couple honorable mentions. Xenon.
Xenon.
Is the Lizzie McGuire movie a decom?
I think so.
Yeah.
Is it a decom or was that in theaters?
I don't think it was in theaters. I think it was.
I don't think it was in theaters. Because it was a spinoff of their show.
Yeah, it was like all the same characters. I like the sequel better than the first one. I like Xenon the sequel.
When they're in space?
Yeah. Yeah, they're in like the rocket ship. Right?
The house is jumping.
Halloween Town, does that count, even though that's themed?
Is that the one that Raven's in? Raven's in that one, right?
Yes, I think so. That's the second one.
Halloween Town, iconic. I watch it every October.
It's great. Ultimate Christmas Present, not that good in my humble opinion.
Not good.
I don't know if I've actually...
Is that the one they try to make it snow?
Yeah, the one where they get the weather machine. If I'm thinking about the right one. Yeah, that was crazy.
That was crazy.
Oh, I liked Minutemen. Remember Minutemen?
Oh, Minutemen was good.
No, I don't.
That was later.
What?
That was who was in the dude from Succession. Cousin Greg is in the movie.
Oh, 2008.
2008. Yeah.
I don't think
that's when the last Cheetah Girls came out.
No, the Cheetah Girls movies were not decoms, right? Those were like
Cheetah Girls, Cheetah Sisters.
And like Sisterhood of Traveling Pants.
The one that they're in Spain.
Yeah, that's the second one.
I think that was in theaters. I remember watching that with my sister a lot because I was like,
Yeah.
I would never watch the Cheetah Girls, dude. No way. I like sports. And then it would
But-
come on.
but
It's like, you
the
gotta
first one-
strut like you mean it. I'm
first
like,
one
yeah,
was
this
fun, wasn't it?
Roxy.
Free your mind and loud enough just to feel it. Come on,
Come on.
come on, come on.
Ooh, motocrossed. Motocross was awesome.
I think
I
it's-
forgot about that.
Yeah, motocross is cool. I think it's wild that like 3LW
Oh.
was already a group, and they're like, you know what?
Mhm.
How about you guys just take a pause
Yeah.
and you do some Disney stuff with Raven,
Why not?
and then
Right.
and then one of you is going to date Rob Kardashian, and then one of you is going to have a really good career on like daytime television.
Yeah.
Like,
I was
Crazy work.
in love with Adrian. Was it Bylon?
I love
Yeah.
I was in love with her when those movies
for
were
sure.
coming out.
for
I was
sure.
like, this is the most beautiful lady I've ever seen. How about Eddie's $1 Million Cook-Off? You guys remember that one when Bobby Flay comes in there? And the
What? I don't know
kid,
this one.
dude. Okay, so
Really? Like, cook-off?
Eddie
What is it
was
about?
he was the original Troy Bolton, dude. He was on a baseball team, but he wanted to cook.
Yeah.
He went to
that's right.
home. He went to
Oh.
home economics, and all of his friends weren't in home economics. He's like, "How did I get in here?" He's like, "Oh my god, I'm amazing at cooking." And then he had a baseball tournament, but also he had like Bobby Flay's like the next chef up competition, and he had to choose
Okay.
to either go to the competition or his baseball game. And they ended up figuring
Yeah.
it out so he could do both. And he like won the Bobby Flay one, and then came and did the baseball game after it. And everybody's like, "It's okay that he likes to cook now." Like that's all that happened. And it was so good. And Bobby Flay was in it. It was so good, dude.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's very High School Musical coded. That's wild.
But that's where that was.
I don't know if
before
I've
High
ever
School
had a
Musical.
moment like that where I had to make a choice.
I actively
like-
did in high school.
Where like the events were on the exact same day.
Well, no, I wanted to do a musical, but it was gonna butt up to baseball season, and I couldn't.
Oh, I couldn't do show choir because I was
Yeah.
in the band. So if I was in the top band, you could do show choir because I think it was like period 6, period 7 or something.
Yeah.
Mm.
But yeah, that's why I was not in show choir. Otherwise, I would have been even more annoying. So
Yeah.
Thank
You're
God,
welcome.
dude. Honestly, didn't need that in my life. I would have essentially I could have done the musical and baseball, but my baseball coach was like, you have to be at practice all the time. And I'm like, then I'm not doing
Mhm.
it. And then I was like, I'm just
Yeah.
gonna go be a thespian now.
that's it.
I'm a thespian.
Yeah, my older brother had the exact same thing. So I think he stopped doing baseball sophomore year because he did I think a year on varsity and then that was it.
Yeah. That's right where I was too, like 15, I think.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And then after that, we start getting older. Like that was the Proud Family
Yeah.
movie. Shout out to the fucking
Yeah.
Proud Family, bro.
Dude, elite theme song.
What a show!
I was gonna say iconic
Everything.
theme song.
Everything
Yes.
about that show was great, dude. Oscar Proud was one of my favorite dudes on
Oh,
TV
yeah.
in general. The best, dude. And who is the what is the grandma's like dog's name? You remember that dog?
I know that dog. I forget the name.
Oh, Yeah.
Just like nasty little mug that she had.
Which, yeah, it was like a poodle, right? It's like a little white
Yeah.
poodle. Yeah,
Yeah.
Puff, yeah, Puff.
Puff. I
It
love
was
the
always, like,
the uncle, the cracked out uncle that was always singing.
Yeah.
He was fantastic. And then there was that shout out on, oh my god, from the Tiny Desk with our boy. Oh my god, what is his name?
What? Pardon?
Oh my god, wait, hold on. You guys have seen it. I made you guys watch it.
Sugar Mama. Oh, Wizard
Is his
Kelly,
name Devon?
dude.
It all
Yo,
started
Wizard
with
Kelly is crazy.
basketball.
And Sticky Web, because that was Orlando Brown. Wow, dude. This is great.
Jermaine Bernard. Jermaine Bernard's Tiny
Oh.
Desk.
Oh,
year ago.
Yeah.
He's dressed as the
yes.
uncle in like the white with the pink.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
And then the backup singers are just like the rest of the Proud Family.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
Absolutely
Hilarious.
wild performance.
the
Uncle
show
Bobby.
rocks.
Uncle Bobby.
Wow. Bobby, yeah, Bobby
Wow.
Proud. Yeah, that was Cedric the
Yeah.
Entertainer. Fun fact.
Whoa. Whoa.
Yeah, that check.
Yeah.
I like it.
Pretty
I feel
wild.
like-
I'm
listen,
gonna make some
a lot of these-
music now.
I feel like I'm looking at this cast. Dude, over the 3 seasons, they had so many. Okay. Ray J, Jennifer Lewis, Ving Rhames from Mission Impossible fame.
What?
Arsenio
Whoa.
Hall was in it. Samuel L. Jackson, Ashanti, Mos Def,
I love Ashanti.
Solange. Smokey Robinson. Omarion was in it.
Oh yeah, Orlando Brown was in it. Don't forget.
Mm-hmm. Dude,
Yeah.
Orlando Brown, of course. Raven. Steve Harvey. Steve Harvey. Mariah Carey was in it.
Playing himself, probably.
James
Mariah
Avery,
Carey.
Uncle Phil from Fresh Prince.
That's
Wow,
that
David Allen
rocks.
Greer. Like, yeah, like the most insanely famous people in the show.
Yeah,
Al
wow.
Roker was in the show.
Yeah, I remember that.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
I love the
this
Brown
is
family.
amazing. Carlos Mencia was in the show. Let's talk about that.
Doesn't he steal jokes? Isn't that his whole thing now?
Yeah, right?
He got roasted for stealing jokes or something.
Mhm.
I don't know. I'm not a
Yikes.
comedian.
There's a lot of comics that.
Why do they have a
gotten
guy
rich.
named Bobby Leibowitz Jenkins in this show? He doesn't fit at all.
Keep it real.
I guess so.
I did like the three bullies. They're all blue.
Yeah.
I thought they were
Seemed
so funny.
that seemed to be like a weird like race battle thing. I never really understood like what it is. Like why are they
Yeah.
blue?
Yeah.
Like what are we doing?
Do we have context of why they were blue?
I don't think so.
I don't
By the
know.
La Cienega.
I thought it was like a
girls.
gang thing.
I mean,
Right?
they were named the Gross Sisters.
They're in this
Gross
Sisters, yeah. Because I thought it was like a Bloods, Crips thing.
I don't know if they're
No?
trying to do that in Disney Channel.
But they were
back
like
in the day.
they were like a gang though, right? They're always trying to like steal lunch money. And shit.
They would just go. They would go together and steal lunch money, but that's more like bullies than gangs, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's
But
fair.
who knows? At that juncture of their life, I don't know. I don't know what the Blue Friends ended up doing the rest of the time, but there we are with that. I don't know. It was weird. I don't know why they were blue. It never made sense to me.
Yeah, I looked it up. There. I guess Disney's never answered it. They just were.
It's just the fact that they were.
Okay. Well,
Did you guys like doing ad libs last week?
I did. I feel like it took us a minute to find the right
The
style.
groove? Yeah.
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 Get into it.
Should we try doing it again?
Sure.
Let's give it a shot.
Hit them
All
with it.
right.
Shall we? This one I just put randomly generate and it said lost in the desert. That's the name.
Great.
Verb, ing. I'll go first this time. I'm going to go karaokeing. Yeah. I think that's how you spell it. Terry, adjective.
Let's go with immense.
Ooh.
Noun, Maj.
A deep hole? Can I say hole?
I'll just put
Deep hole.
I'm going to put deep hole because then it's just another adjective. It's fine. Unless it's going to say immense deep hole, which is also cool. Emotion.
Yeah.
Lustful.
Ooh.
Adjective, Terry.
Obnoxious.
Maj, verb ed. Verb
Oh.
or styles function.
Like past tense, like
Yeah.
skedaddled.
I like that.
I just saw a video of like someone like never seen someone skedaddle in real life, and it's like this mom getting danced up on like vacation,
Yeah.
and then she like realized what was happening, and she like literally just like, "Oop," and she's just like,
skedaddled away.
Yeah.
I think
Verb
it's okay,
ing.
it doesn't really fucking matter.
Verb ing. Is it ska?
It's SKE.
Oh, sked.
Skedaddled.
SKEDDADDLED.
Yeah, that's good.
That's close
Skedaddled.
enough.
One D at the beginning. Doesn't matter.
There you go.
not
Verb
getting
ing. This one's hard. Verb ing, like running. I can do that one easy, but I want a cool one.
Slurping.
Like, yeah, I love slurping. I love that one. All right. Terry, give me an adjective. You just keep getting all the adjectives.
Mysterious.
Oh yeah.
Mysterious slurping. Jeez.
I can't type when people are looking either, bro. It's so
Noun.
funny.
Marge.
Ooh. Butthole.
Butthole.
Yeah, a lot of holes. Sorry, guys. I don't know what's
Lonely.
going on there.
I'm gonna go lonely for the last emotion, and I'm gonna
Lonely
generate.
butthole. Lonely
I was
butthole.
karaokeing through the scorching desert when I stumbled upon an immense deep hole. I knew it. I quickly realized I was completely lustful and obnoxious for survival.
Okay.
As I skedaddled on her.
Hey.
Through a desert, the sun beat down relentlessly, making me feel like I was slurping in an oven. These they don't apply. Suddenly, I saw a mysterious butthole in the distance and felt a surge of loneliness as I realized that I might just make it out of here alive. Is that God's butthole? I'm no longer lonely.
I feel bad for this lonely, horny man.
Yeah.
Skedaddling in the desert alone.
He's just lustful and obnoxious for survival. Skedaddling, making him feel like he was slurping in an oven.
This might be the most relatable one.
All right, see you, Terry.
See you, Terry.
It's been a blast.
Like, with that,
I'm so happy to have you here. Let's make sure he gets back in here. Uh-oh, there he is. Welcome back.
There he is.
That was crazy.
You should have to go slurp in the desert real quick.
Listen, folks, if you're worried about AI taking your job, it's not.
It's
Check
just,
it
isn't going to do it.
They can't even do funny Mad Libs.
Yeah, we've done so many
that's
times.
crazy.
All right, here, I'm going to enter a prompt. Let's do, Mary Poppins doing poppers. Generate. Let's see how that goes. All right. Spoonful of surprises is what it says. All right.
There it is.
I'll do an adjective. Let's do colorful. You got a noun, Maj?
Kneecaps. Or
Kneecaps. You got a noun, Terry?
Ocean.
Ocean. Adjective. Sporadic.
Oh, yeah. Very good.
Noun, Maj.
Nipple.
Nipple. Man, you're just
Gotcha.
you're so mature and old. I love it. It's
Listen,
okay.
I'm getting it's all body now today.
You're regressing. Terry, now.
Everyone has nipples.
Some people have 3.
Coins.
Coins. Generate ad lib. Once upon a time, Mary Poppins was flying through the sky with her trusty umbrella when she suddenly spotted a colorful unicorn. That fit.
Beautiful.
She landed in a
Magical.
field and approached the unicorn, who told her that he had lost his kneecap. Mary, I don't know why it's underscoring Poppins. Mary underscore Poppins, it's like her AIM name. Being the helpful person she is, decided to help the unicorn find his ocean. As they searched, they encountered a sporadic dragon who was guarding the nipple. Mary Poppins used her magic to distract the dragon while the unicorn retrieved his coins. Pretty good. The dragon was so amazed by Mary underscore Poppins' cleverness, and he decided to join them on their adventure, and they all became best friends.
Okay. Well,
Listen,
all right.
if I was a kid and I was, listen, if I was a child receiving this as a bedtime story, I would ask for another one and be like, and this time make it good. Like, that's the only advice I can get.
It's bad.
Poor AI. I feel bad for AI. Sometimes they do really good work.
No, he's a Hall of Famer.
Iverson? Oh, yes. Good call.
Yeah, he almost won, but Kobe Bryant. What are you gonna do?
That's my favorite way to like roast Gen Xers.
What?
Is like a lot of the dudes are like super, like they're huge Allen Iverson fans, and it's just something you can
Gen
call
Xers,
out. We're like, like guys that are almost exactly 10 years older than me.
That makes sense.
Yeah, because that was their dude.
AI, honestly, AI was the man. He's a style god, dude. He's like the reason that they made them start to wear like suits and shit walking in because he was too cool.
The photo walk-ins.
He was too cool and they pissed him off. They didn't like the baggy clothes. It was such bullshit.
Dude, I still I would love to get like a convincing Michael Jordan baggy suit, but I feel like you need to be very tall to pull that look off.
Yes, for 100%.
Because like if the clothes are draping on you, you need to have like some like, I don't know. It's like a sail on a mast. And I'm just like a short mast.
Yeah, it's like it'll just look like you're wearing an oversized suit, not like a style choice.
It just looks like I didn't get it tailored. Yeah.
The rule I've given myself is if I see like a basketball player wearing something cool, I just already know that it wouldn't look cool on me.
I don't know about all that.
No,
I
it's
don't know about,
true.
not every time. Not every time.
Yeah.
Because 95% of them are tall, dark, and handsome. Let's be for real.
Fair.
And you're like, if Michael Jordan can wear like the backwards.
And then there's
like,
Luka.
Yeah, he's not a style god to me.
Luka,
like-
who they made wear yellow, which is insane. Because like, okay, firstly,
yeah, that is the Lakers.
Yeah, it's wild.
God, he looks horrible in that yellow.
Every
color,
white person that's played for the Lakers looks bad in a Lakers jersey. That's for sure.
dude, he looks like an unripe banana, just running
Yeah.
around, being excellent at
Honestly,
basketball.
a lot of white guys don't look great in Bulls uniforms either. Like the bright
I
red,
agree.
it doesn't look that good. Yeah.
Who was the Italian guy from a couple years back? He was shorter.
Archidiacono?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was calling him like Articino.
That sounds like a guy from like a anime show. Arcuno.
That's fair.
Hilarious.
That's
Do you- okay,
this is
who-
what's so crazy. I can't believe you sometimes. Like I really can't. Like there's no reason that the people that you'd be able to pull out in the NBA are like Jimmy Butler and Ryan Archidiacono. He played for like 5 years. He's not even like a starter in the NBA.
No, the reason why I can pull that name out is because I saw him play at the United Center. It's just
No,
like that's who I
know
remember.
that, but it's just like
And he
it's
was
so
good in
funny.
that one game I saw.
Because if people were to walk up and be like, name a random basketball player, and you said that, they'd be like, oh, he knows ball. Like they would think that.
True.
Yeah, it's so
True,
niche
true.
that they're like, oh, he must have.
And then
all
they'd
this
ask
other
you to
info.
name a second one. You'd be like, Jordan? It's like, oh, never mind.
And I
Yeah.
I'm like Tony Snell.
Yeah, that's another one, though. Tony Snell.
Tony Snell is
Cut.
wild. That's
I only
wild,
know him because
dude.
he did a commercial for autism. 'Cause he
Yeah,
has
his
autism.
son has it. He played
Or-
40
yes.
minutes. He played 40 minutes in a game and didn't track a single stat. He played like 40 full minutes and went, I think, 0 points, 0 rebounds, 0 assists. Just
What
all
was
he
he
was
doing?
doing cardio. Clearly, I don't know what he was up to.
Tony!
Yeah, he's just running around. Dude.
That's crazy.
Honestly, unbelievable.
Who's the Japanese guy from the Grizzlies? I know that. I was trying to remember him when I saw him
Right now?
on TV. I think so.
I don't think.
I don't know.
he's-
With trades, I don't know who it is.
Oh, are you talking
It's like
about?
Kanamura, kind of something like that.
Well, they have Zach Edey, who was on Purdue last year, and he got drafted by them. And I believe he is of Japanese descent, but he's Canadian.
Oh, he's Canadian.
They had Yi Jilian way back in the day. So did the Nets. But I think he was Chinese, like Yao Ming. Jeremy Lin.
You cut.
Yuki Kawamura.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, yo, I know this man.
Why?
How?
He's the shortest player in the NBA.
He's
Hell yeah.
5'8". I guess that's why.
Hell yeah, he's shorter than me. That's sick.
Dude, he hasn't. When's the last time he played?
I saw him on TV one time. That's all I needed.
Clearly, honestly, I know so little about this man. That's so crazy.
How many players are in the NBA at one time?
What's 12 times 30? Or 14 times 30?
Like 450.
There you go. I think it's like a 14 max roster.
That's actually,
30
yeah.
Teams.
Okay, so it's okay. That's not as many as I thought it would be.
There's no.
And there's got to be way more football players, right?
Yeah, there's 50
yeah.
man,
Just
'cause the
50 man
teams are huge.
rosters. 50 man rosters.
Yeah, 50. 50?
You got 11 guys in positions both sides.
Dude, I remember when they would take the high school like football team photo.
Yeah.
And, like it's just impossible to fit all those kids in one. Like
Yeah,
you
it's
have to use the
massive.
bleachers. Like there's no way to fit all of them in one photo.
Yeah, and you could take the basketball one in like the bathroom.
Yeah.
You know.
It's like a 0.5 like selfie.
Yeah.
it's easy.
There's just 12 of those fellas on that team, and you're about good. That's why,
crazy.
people make an argument. It's like, who wins? Like, if the NBA players had to come play in the NFL, and like all of them say, like, yeah, they could because they're like more athletically freaky than the 50th guy on an NFL roster. Naturally, it's just how
Who's
that
the
goes.
guy I saw randomly on my Instagram? You probably know this. He plays rugby now, but he played for the NFL. I think he's
I know guys that did the opposite.
He's huge, a big dude. He's killing it right now, and I think he
plays rugby now.
He plays rugby now.
Nate Ebner.
I think
he was on the Patriots back in the day.
He's got like mid-length. He's got championships under his belt.
Yeah, sure. Nate Ebner.
And he plays for the rugby.
Oh yeah, he was on
rugby.
Yeah,
league.
he was in rugby sevens. I do know that tournament. There's a lot of guys that go from like Australian football and rugby and stuff that come to the NFL. Like there's a lineman for the Eagles right now, Jordan Mailata, who played Australian football, and then they just moved him to the NFL, and now he's a Pro Bowler. So
that's crazy.
Yeah, they also did a video of a guy, like a sumo wrestler versus the edge rusher for the Cowboys, Micah Parsons.
Oh,
they had him try to get around him, and he couldn't do it. Sumo wrestler was just holding him in place.
What was the size difference?
I mean, what sumos are 400 pounds?
They're the biggest people in the world.
I know.
Those things are
but
sumo average.
Granted, Micah Parsons could run around them in a football field. You can't do that against sumo. You got to run through them.
350 to 400. Wow.
Yeah, big boys. And Micah Parsons is probably like 270, all muscle,
and without the field to give you momentum, right?
Yeah,
like you're like in a tight circle.
Yeah, exactly. You're like wrestling within it, but pretty crazy. So ad libs we are out on.
Yeah, we don't have to do that anymore.
We're done. We're done.
I would actually, I'd rather do like backyard sumo wrestling. That'd be fun. We all just dress up in those inflatables.
That would be fun. But I also like just wrestling you in general.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Because
I can't do it now with your diaper, but maybe next time.
That's true. I am wearing a Depends right now. So.
It depends on your pens.
Once that goes away, then we can do that. Yeah, maybe we do like a sporkle next time. See how smart we are.
Sporkle?
Okay.
You ever done those?
No.
Let's do a test. Let's do a test one right now.
How do you spell that?
SPORCLE. I'm pulling it up on the screen here.
Does it have to do with the writing utensil?
No, it's
like
just
a word quiz.
It's just quizzes, man. It's just a bunch of quizzes of different stuff.
Oh,
so you can do like
they have quizzes on any other website other than BuzzFeed? That's crazy.
No, like this is BuzzFeed quizzes are bullshit compared to these ones.
They're horrible. That's their only thing. They're horrible.
All right,
which flavor of Sleepy Time tea
finish the
is your
song.
personality?
Finish the song lyrics.
What?
You ready?
Oh yeah. Give me in here.
I can love me better than you can, right? Miley Cyrus. I can love me better than you can. Next, all right.
Mm-hmm.
New rules, Dua Lipa. 1, don't pick up the phone. You know he's calling because he's drunk and alone.
Drunk and alone.
Drunk and alone, too.
Right. Never meant to make your daughter cry. I apologize a trillion times. Trying to strike a chord. And it's
A minor.
A minor.
Don't tell me because it
hurts.
Is it? Don't tell me because it hurts. Don't tell me because it hurts. Yeah.
It hurts.
I do my hand down. Check my nails. Baby, how you doing? Feeling. Yeah, how you feeling? Feeling good as hell. Yeah.
Baby, how you feeling?
Purple haze all in my
eye.
I thought it was veins. Am I wrong? Purple haze all in my
brain.
Mind?
I thought it was veins. It is brain.
That's crazy.
Because you said forever. Now I drive along past your street.
Your street.
I did this on piano.
Scrub is a guy who thinks he's fly, and also known as a buster. It's like I got this music in my mind saying it's gonna be all right. Taylor Swift. Wake me up inside.
Inside.
Where's
inside? Wake me up inside.
Inside. I can see clear. Wait, no, I can't see clearly when you're blinding lights. Why can't I think of it? I can't see
when you're
clear.
gone.
When you're gone. Yeah. Where the skies are so blue. It was all a dream. I used to read
What Up magazine.
We push and pull like a magnet.
Like a magnet.
Do?
Yeah.
We push and pull like a magnet. Do. And I'm a running for life. And I'm a love in the body.
I'm a creep. I'm a weirdo. True colors are beautiful like a
rainbow.
Rainbow.
That was the worst episode of Glee. I'll put that right there.
Once
Right
more,
fucking
you
there.
open the door.
That's it.
Because maybe you're going to be the one that saves me.
May.
The best thing about being a woman
M-A-Y.
is the prerogative to have a little fun.
Fun.
Fun. Johnny
Come on,
Be Good,
let's
deep
go.
down
Yeah.
Louisiana, close to New
Close to New.
Orleans,
Yeah.
Yes,
right? Has to be.
I think
I'm
it's
the-
duh.
I'm the bad guy.
Duh.
Is that what she says? Is that what she says?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Seasons change and love went cold.
Old.
California knows how to party.
These are
If I
easy.
could, baby, I'd give
Maybe
you
I'd give
my
you my.
world. Why can't I think of the melody to that?
Me either.
It's like,
I think it's world.
if I could, baby, I'd give you my world.
My world.
Has to be.
Yeah.
On a dark desert highway, cool wind in my hair. All right.
Okay. Hey.
What's love but a second
Emotion.
emotion. And gold.
Glitter
Finally,
is gold.
we did it,
I
guys.
mean,
Hooray. We will do harder ones in the future, but this could be fun, dude. This could be
Yeah,
fun.
this is great.
Ripping some
Good job,
sports.
boys.
Those are all classic songs, though.
Well, I think that was an easy quiz. I think we picked an easy one.
Yeah.
There's plenty of difficult ones. Like one is fake. Play quiz. Albums by Cyndi Lauper, and then one of them isn't real.
I don't know
But we don't have
anything
to do
about
this
Cyndi
one right
Lauper.
now, but like they can be harder, so we can adjust
Yeah.
the difficulty.
Yeah, we can.
I'm
We
like
can
the
make
girl
this
that
a
was
thing.
screaming in We Are the World. I don't know anything about her.
Wow! 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 I'd also like to congratulate myself on not losing my voice this weekend.
Dude. Yeah, actually amazing. Because
Congratulations.
it's not like you
Fuck
weren't
is up.
talking.
Oh,
What changed?
I was chatting, dude.
You were
I
chatting, bro.
I drank water and I spoke in a lower timbre.
There it is. Yeah, I had to excuse myself from like entertaining the guests and stuff at the party because I was like, I will lose my voice because it's loud in here, and I'm getting excited to see people.
Smart
So I had
man.
to go take a little break.
That's a smart
It's a
man.
tough gig when your voice is your instrument, bro.
You're telling me, buddy. You are telling me. I know it too well.
There it is.
All right, I think that's about that on that. Thank you for checking into the Unrelated Podcast. You know the drill. Like, comment, subscribe. And we'll see you next
Like, comment, and
week.
subscribe.
Live, comment,
stream my
subscribe.
album. Download my
Stream
album.
Premium Vibe. Stream it.
Download my album.
Do it.
Premium Vibes 1.
Baby, you can waste my time, my God. We can go there if you want it.
Smash the bell. I like that one.
Smash the bell. Smash the bell. Smash
Notifications
that bell.
on.